What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time joining me. My name is Jessica. I'm a mother as well as a makeup lover, of course. So for today's video, I am going to be playing with the Qing Beauty She's You're So Chic palette. So this is a giant book of shadows. So it has 117. It says pretty pigments, and I'll show you guys what it looks like right now. So when you open it up, right, so here's the front of it. Beautiful. Love the packaging. So when you open it up, it's like a book. There's two sides to it. So we're gonna open up this side first. So this is kind of like your colors, right? So you have like reds, oranges, greens, and you have your blues, your teals, some purples. And then we're gonna close this side, and then we're gonna open up this side, which has a whole face section. So this bronzer isn't gonna suit everybody, but it does have a bronzer. It has like 5 or 6 highlighters and like 5 blushes. Super pigmented products. I would say go very light hand on these. And then it has a neutral side. So obviously for this look, I am going to be using, sorry, this palette's huge. I'm going to use this section right here today, and then the face products. I'm going to be inserting the palette on screen because this thing's huge and I can't keep holding it up out of fear of dropping it and breaking it. Little disclaimer, I did purchase this with my own money. It took over a month to get here. I don't say almost 2 months to get here, but it was shipping from China, so not too big of a deal. It came nicely wrapped up, like super secure, no breakage or anything like that. The reason why I actually purchased this palette was because I was influenced, okay? TikTok made me buy it. I was influenced to buy it. I seen Michaela on TikTok review this palette. Pretty much said it was shitty, so didn't give me high hopes. I seen Manny MUA review it on YouTube, and he said it wasn't the worst palette, but definitely not the best. He probably wouldn't reach for it again. And then I watched Laura Lee Los Angeles and her niece Erin review it. They also said that they didn't really like it. Because of all those negative reviews, I especially wanted to try it because I think the layout of it is so stunning, and I'm a very bargain friendly person, so I like to get the most out of my money. So this has 117 eyeshadow, or like 117 eyeshadows, and it's only 42 pounds. So, or not pounds, dollars. Who am I? I live in America, hello. So it's only $42. So I thought for so many shadows, for like such a big palette, like so many shadows for like only $42, I'm like, yes, I need to try it and see if I can make it work, because I'm all about saving that money, you know what I mean? So I really wanted to see, for all of the people who are beginners out there, if this is worth the money for you guys, because not everybody has money to buy really expensive palettes and not really get too many, you know, shadows in the palette. So I really wanted to review it from a broke person's perspective. So if you're curious to see my thoughts and opinions on if this palette was worth it and see me put it into action all over my face, then you already know what to do. Please keep on watching. So I'm just gonna take I already primed my lids, some tape. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna take a flat packing brush, and I'm gonna start by taking this dark blue shade, pick some of it up, and I'm gonna start packing it down in a kind of diamond wing liner shape. I'm just gonna lightly blend the edge and then pack the pigment down. Just like that, just kind of a thick, odd-shaped liner. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a more fluffy brush, blue shade. So this next blue shade is just gonna be a little bit lighter. And I'm just gonna go right on top and start blending this out. This blue shade kind of has like some shimmer particles in it, but when you put it on, they kind of are dispersing a bit, so I think that's good. So yeah, I'm just gonna use that just to blend a little bit. We're just gonna make it a little bit thicker. I'm gonna take the blue directly above that shade, which is much lighter, so this is gonna start helping us blend out. I'm also gonna take it on a more fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna kind of continue to do the same shape just as I blend these colors out. And I noticed that these are like very kick-up-y, which, I mean, I don't mind because they're very pigmented too. So just keep that in mind that, you know, they are kick-up-y, so they're gonna have like a lot of pigment. So that means that when you like dip into it, you wanna be very light-handed because you don't wanna take like a shit ton of pigment and stick it to your eye, and then you won't be able to blend it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna take an even fluffier brush, and I'm gonna take the teal in the top left-hand corner, which I feel like could be used for the greens or the blues. So I'm gonna take that, like I said, on a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna kind of go over the edges. Very, very nice. This particular shade doesn't have a lot of kick up in it, which is nice because it's very light, which means that we can kind of build it up to our preference. But I'm thinking just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through all of my colors again and really just intensify it up and kind of in this way. And then we kind of play around with some of the glitters. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that blend. I really like the shape. I think it's blending out really, really nicely. Are these the greatest eyeshadows I've ever blended together? No, but they definitely perform, and I'm happy with that. So, okay, so now I'm going to take my Peaches and Cream glitter pigment, or you could use like the NYX pigment primer. I know Anastasia has a glitter glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take a little dot on each eye like that. And like that. And then I'm just going to take a flat brush and kind of just spread it around where I'm going to want that glitter to stick the best. So now I'm going to take this blue shimmer at the bottom left-hand corner. I'm just going to pick it up on my finger, so this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to pack it on. I was thinking of adding some liner to this look, but I think honestly it looks nice just how it is. I do have the new movie playing for my kids. It's a smidge bit loud, so I'm gonna try to talk over it a little bit, because if I go and turn it down, then they're just gonna start fucking shit up. So I'm ready to go into the face products. I just put on my foundation, concealer, my cream bronzer, or I guess cream contour. So foundation, concealer, cream contour, and I set my face. So I didn't put on any cream blush because I really wanted to see how these look like on their own. But you guys know usually I go really ham with the blush. So there is a kind of bronzer shade in this palette right up here. So I'm going to take a little bit of that shade and just kind of use it to bronze. Come on, Jess. I don't need too much color because I kind of used a bit of a darker shade for my cream contour. We're gonna ignore the toys. God, the loud toys. So I'm gonna take this shade, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this lighter shade. Maybe I might take a little bit of like that really dark red. I want to see how pigmented these are first. Okay, so we're going into the pink shade first. I'm literally barely tapping into this brush. Let me go into the lighter shade, lighter pink. That's nice. It's not as heavy as I usually go with my blush because I didn't put a cream blush under it. But if I wanted to get real deep, I could definitely do that. So that's really nice. Let's see. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take the next red shade over. Oh yeah, it's pigmented, baby. This is the intensity I like my blush to be. Especially because like when my hair frames my face and everything like that, you're not gonna be able to see how dark this is. Okay, I am very blushed up. I really like the face portion so far. So I feel like I am gonna use this highlighter, but I kind of wanted to use a blue highlighter with the blue look, but it's totally fine. I'm thinking, as far as highlight goes, I think I'm just gonna mix these two shades because this one's very, very white and this one's kind of goldy. So I think that they would make a very pretty highlight. So I'm gonna start with the darker one first, so the shade in the middle. Hold on.
No.
Mommy's gonna come help you. Hold on. Okie dokie. Now we're getting somewhere, guys. So my face is done. I think it actually looks really, really good. Once my hair's down, I think it'll look a little bit better. I feel like the lighting kind of makes me look a lot crazier than I actually do look in person. So be mindful of that. I know you guys have already seen like the how it looks after and everything. So we're just gonna trust the process, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a flat brush, just like this. I'm not gonna zoom in anymore because I think we've had enough up closes. So I'm gonna take the dark blue shade that I used first, and I'm just gonna smoke this under here. And then I'm gonna take the second lightest shade that I used. And then I'm gonna take the very lightest shade. Just like that, just add some color under the eyeballs. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw on my final touches. So the white in my liner, lashes, lips. I'm gonna style my hair like you guys have seen it already. And then I'll let you guys know my final thoughts and opinions on if I think this palette is definitely worth it or not. And like how I personally feel that it performed. So I just went on ahead and completed all of my makeup. I threw on my lashes, which if you are curious, I use the Beauty Creation lashes in the style Luke. It's a Luke, bitch. L-E-W-K. I think this is gonna be the last time I wear them because there's like a bald patch in the middle right here. I don't know if you could tell. You could tell for sure, So sadly, I'm gonna have to repurchase. I'm very cheapskate, guys. I use things until they literally die. So yeah, Beauty Creation lashes. And then my lip combo, if you guys are curious, I mean, I could use the same lip combo, so I think we'll just skip past that. Like, bitch, you use the same things. Like, calm down. Anyways, okay. So I wanted to kind of give you guys my thoughts and opinion if I think this palette is worth it. So let's start with the color range. So I think everybody kind of knows that this has a pretty large color range, but most of these colors are shimmers and glitters. There's honestly not as many mattes as there is shimmers. The main reason why I really wanted this palette, because not only is I think it's laid out beautifully. There's so many beautiful colors. I love the like rose indentions on like the face side of it. And I don't really have, so I used to have a like very fine glitter palette. It was from Spoiled Lips Cosmetics. It was the Holy Grail glitter palette. I know that if you go further down my channel, I used to use it all the time. I really kind of got out of the like glitter phase, so I gave that palette away a while back, and so I really don't have any like glitters like this. They're so pretty. Oh my god, there's so many pretty like glitters in this palette, so I'm really glad to have specifically that in my collection, the fact that they're like really pretty shimmers and glitters in this palette. So yeah, so it's mostly shimmers and glitters, not too many mattes. I think that this is very, like, for how many colors that you get, it's very compact. Like if I were to compare it to my P. Louise palette, so this is the Watch the Queen Conquer palette, so this is a dual side palette. This palette is literally smaller in every single aspect and has twice as many 3 times as many shadows. Like, well, this has about 42 shadows in it, and this one has 117. And this palette is bigger than this palette. So at the end of the video, I will do how I always do and do a really up close. So you guys could tell me what you personally think, if you thought that it blended out nice, if you think that it is smooth, not patchy, all that stuff. So I'll definitely do an up close for you guys. You could give me your thoughts and opinions on what you see through the camera that my eyes in person can't pick up. Because sometimes, you know, like my eyes, they're not that great. Okay. So yeah, as far as like the colors go, I was able to get them pretty dark. I didn't have any issues blending or anything like that. I think it looks really smooth and buttery. The glitters, I'm sorry, I'm looking real stupid right now. It's because I'm trying to feel how they feel on my lids. I don't feel like chunky, harsh glitter or anything like that. I think the glitter is actually pretty damn good. So I'm happy to have it. No issues. Like the highlighter, the blush, I used the bronzer, used the eyeshadows, shimmers, glitters, like it all performed beautifully. So I definitely would recommend this palette. Is it the best palette I've ever used in my life? No, my Blend Bunny Cosmetics palette kicks this palette's ass, but it's definitely not the worst palette I ever used, and I would definitely recommend it. So do with that information what you guys will. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like me and if you like my content. And without further ado, we're gonna go right on ahead. Roll the clip.